Say it, Snake.
Don't say it,
What
Snake.
happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
That's right, Snake. Back in the 70s, your father was put into a coma. And while he was there, some sick, twisted German had fun stroking his cock and balls day and night.
No,
oh,
can't be.
yes. They tortured him continuously
No.
until his sperm could fill an entire 2-liter bottle of 7-Up.
Dad, no. Why, Dad?
They poured all of it into Ava's womb.
No, Mom, not Mom.
There was so much cum, she was throwing it up out her nose.
That's fucking gross. My God.
I'm sorry, everybody. I may have gone a little overboard there.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes.
Mom, no.
Ava, no, Merle.
Ava, no, Merle. Dad, Merle. Merle. I need to start incorporating that in all of my playthroughs when I'm playing fighting games. Oh, fucking you video games, Merle. Merle.
Thanks.
You know, the dialogue is obviously different if she doesn't live, and you find out Merle's really Colonel's daughter, not his niece.
Yeah, he breaks
yeah.
he breaks it off, and that actually comes into a huge part in the Metal Gear 4.
Yeah, you were
It's
telling
a
me.
huge plot point.
Because, like, she hates Colonel because she finds out
Yeah.
he basically fucked her real mother. So Colonel cheated on his sister-in-law, I
Something
guess
like
you like
that.
that. Like, he fucked his brother's wife.
There's a lot. That's the weird thing when it gets later in Metal Gear is that there's a lot of weird soap opera drama that they try to throw in with people fucking other people, having babies with hidden babies with these people, you know, mystery relationships, having sex with
and,
your mom.
and you were
It's
saying, like,
what the fuck,
they
dude?
imply something with, like, Colonel and Rose.
Yes.
Like, fucking Rose from Metal Gear 2. And, like,
Yeah.
you think Snake's old and Merle's young. Shit.
Yeah, like there. I remember that. I might be wrong, but I do remember something.
And then we
with
got in this whole
Rose.
argument of whether Rose was real or not, because you were telling me she wasn't real. And
Well, I was saying in Metal Gear 2, I don't think Rose, anything that she talks to you during the entire game is not real. Like, that is
Like-
actually, that doesn't happen.
Wait, like,
It's in his head. Or it's like,
so
it's
Rose,
programmed.
Rose is like the Manti Te'o girlfriend.
Exactly.
Of
That's
Metal Gear
exactly
Solid
what
2.
she is, but Rose exists in real life. Yeah. Like, right.
So what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
why would they do that? Well, was it like GW, whatever the fuck, Arsenal Gear?
Yes. Yes.
Some dumb shit.
Nanomachines
like
are GW.
that. Oh my god. So dumb. So dumb.
And
And she was so annoying in that game. I mean, everyone knows that, but it's like, you know,
Rose was the worst part of it.
you know, you're trying to, like, you know, save some girl's life by not getting, like, fucked by, like, a vampire. And she's like, Jack, you remember my first period, Jack? The stain on my underwear looked just like you,
You
Jack.
are so offensive
So that's
today.
how I knew when I first met you. You were destined to be together, Jack.
Everybody,
I framed those panties, Jack. Do you remember where I put them, Jack?
Matt is in full force today, everybody. Hide your children, hide your kids.
Bro, shut the fuck up!
Hide your kids, hide your wife. Matt is in full force. You can't stop him.
Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world.
Oh.
He fought on sheer willpower until the very end.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's right. And Snake does not tell
he's
Naomi
He never
that
tells her that.
he killed her family.
My brother was already dying. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar.
And she thinks that he is her brother. Because she was
Well, no, she knows he's not her brother.
Does she?
Well, yeah, it's-
Okay.
she just considers him
a
one.
brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Naomi, Liquid died from Fox Die too.
It's just she never knew that
about me?
Frank
When
is
am
the
I
one who
going to
killed her
go?
parents.
Yeah.
She just knows that he's the one who, like,
to you.
saved her and, like, brought her
What
up.
do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time's up.
Oh, this is such a contrived.
Mine up.
Yeah, so when the fuck is mine up?
You how you use the time left.
No, no, I need a date.
Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
That's bullshit. I want a date. And the call ends. And he's like, Snake's like, gets off the phone. This is bullshit. I don't know when I'm gonna die.
Inscribed into
Eh,
your
well, I mean,
genes.
Then it's
it's all
described. in-
nanomachine bullshit anyways. Probably just
Yeah.
programmed it to, like, you know, whatever.
Isn't
dissipate.
that what's killing Snake in Metal Gear 4?
I don't know.
The
You tell
reason
me.
that was
I don't. I
interested
can't
in
remember.
genes
I don't fucking remember.
I don't know. Everything we've talked about pretty much has led me to believe that Metal Gear story, Metal Gear Solid 4 story
I
is
thought that if I
fuck
analyzed
all,
my DNA,
like, retarded.
Find out who I was.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the reason it is because many people know the conclusion of that game, but I won't spoil it. But the conclusion of the game is a pretty big fucking cop-out. Like,
I didn't find anything.
the final conclusion of the game is pretty disappointing because the entire game leads you up to this moment where, you know, this guy can finally be at peace, and they don't. It's like, fuck, dude, really?
The most we can see about DNA is that it's
Yeah, and
No,
it's
no,
like,
this ending, I like this ending though, because it's like, you know, you have like this whole little, like,
Snake's actually happy.
you have this nice weird moral, like
Raiden gets his big happy ending at the end of Metal Gear 2.
Does
you
he?
know.
I just remember you like, oh, I made it to New York City. I guess I'll go sightseeing now. Whatever.
He sees Rose.
Oh,
And he
yeah,
meets
yeah,
up with
yeah,
Rose
yeah,
at the
yeah.
end, and that's it.
But it's not like this game. Like, it's not as
No, not at all.
not as nice as this one.
Yeah, the last we see of Snake in Metal Gear 2 is him diving off of a fucking platform into the ocean.
No,
like,
because he's on the street. Remember, he has like the
Oh, that's
whatever,
right, that's right.
like the disc or.
he's
data
like, I
or
got
whatever.
it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got it. And that's it. It's so funny. It's like Metal Gear Ray like jumps into the ocean or some shit, and Snake straight jumps in after it. It's
Yeah.
like total badass. Don't give a shit. And it's like, where are you going, dude? What are you gonna punch it? You gonna AAB it?
But yeah, like I remember, I was like looking up some of like the ending stuff from Metal Gear 4, and like, you know, Meryl's getting married in like a fucking like airstrip
Yes.
to like Johnny fucking Sasaki,
Yeah.
who's like this totally beautiful, like Bishonen little anime dude.
Yeah, he's like,
And it's like, why the
and they
fuck
like
is she
play it
getting-
up too
like, why
when
the
he takes
fuck
off
is
his
she-
mask.
Why the fuck is she getting married to Johnny
Then
Sasaki?
the
Why the
world can
fuck?
change.
Why? Why the fuck would she do that?
Because they have a moment in the game where they like are on the cusp of death and they
Oh,
save each other's
oh my God,
lives.
who fucking cares?
Just wanted to be with Snake. That's all you want.
Well, I'm just saying, this is like what you work for
Yeah.
this whole game.
And if
And they just like, fuck it. Like, you know, Metal Gear 4 comes out.
infinite ammo.
Keep it as a reminder.
Because, like, this whole long, you know,
A reminder of a successful
not
mission.
contrived, just long, built-up ending.
Yeah.
And they literally just say, fuck it by the next game.
How to live.
Yeah.
Which is
Or
why
they just ignore it completely by the next game.
they
because
ignore it, and then they're like, oh, you want an explanation for that? Fuck you.
Snake's gone.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
Die.
Yeah.
Remember that guy who crapped a lot? Yeah, that's who this bitch marries. She's into the scat.
That's how everyone is.
In full force, everybody. Today you are getting 150% True Simmons. Offensive Jerry and all.
Into that whole German Scheiße.
I still think the best part of Metal Gear 4 was the nostalgia part.
Oh yeah, when you come back here.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was-
that's like the greatest compliment.
the
The
greatest
worst part
part.
about Metal Gear Solid 4 is like the best part of the game is when you come back here.
Maybe it's
There's
time
there's some
to
other really
something
good
else.
turret chase scenes that just have a lot of hype around them, but they're by today's standards, it's like the worst thing you can have in a game is like a turret scene
Maybe that's
to
the
switch
real-
up your gameplay, and that's kind of the way that Metal Gear always has been. It's funny, like Metal Gear started that, now that's like a hated thing in gaming, is to have your varied sequences just a turret sequence.
Well, it's funny because like
Snake.
in 4 I played that part, the Twin Sons chapter.
Dead.
Yeah,
When you come back here, and it's like you're running through it and you hear all these like audio cue flashbacks.
it's amazing.
And it's
dude.
like, wow, this is a really amazing part to incorporate. It's a really amazing way to incorporate
it's time to look for a new
cutscenes
path.
and story and nostalgia into your game without resorting to actual cutscenes.
Yeah.
A new
And it's
purpose.
this brilliant kind of like device, and it's funny because it's within the middle of a game that is just like 3-4 hours of non-interactive cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like it's weird how you would have something that's such a brilliant counter to it within like this giant like, you know, sandwich of bread of just cutscenes.
Just watching
People
stuff.
talking on a plane, a little like Lolly Chan bake cooking some fucking eggs and shit. And
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I would actually like to go through Metal Gear 4 again. The big problem with Metal Gear 4, I think we might have mentioned this before, is the fact that Konami hates people making videos about that game, probably because it's been ripped a new asshole by so many people.
like,
Because
including
of
me
that.
right now.
And they actually don't let people put Let's Plays up of or playthrough videos up of Metal Gear 4. They just copyright and they ask you to remove them. So that's what kind of sucks about MGS4 is that you almost can never do that.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I say?
Maybe in a couple years.
You know what? Fuck it. We only played we played one good Metal game. Because you know what? The story to Metal Gear Solid ended right here for me. Right fucking here. This is where Metal Gear Solid's story ends.
And you know what? Thinking about it in retrospect, I don't absolutely hate the story of the games later on. I just don't find them nearly as good, and they get really confusing. It goes to show you how good Metal Gear 3 actually was. And look at that! Right into the sunset.
Nostalgia song.
Oh, actually, no.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get
In the 1980s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. The total destructive power amounted to 1 million times that of the Hiroshima A-bomb. You take the next one.
In January 1993, START II was signed, and the United States and Russia agreed to reduce the number of deployed strategic nuclear warheads to 3,000 to 3,500 in each nation by the end of the year 2007.
However, as of 2003, there still exist more than 20,000 nuclear warheads in the world.
That sucks.
Then they actually changed that statistic to make it more modern with the times.
Yeah.
And there's actually more warheads in the world than there were back in this game came out in 98.
No shit.
Yeah. It's like, fuck! Shit! Hopefully we never use them. Hopefully they never get fucking used.
If you're wrong on that, prepare to be corrected.
I might be wrong. But I don't know.
Johnny's just cocky. Dean Starfield. Fuck you.
Actually, yeah, I might be totally wrong because I think the creation of nuclear warheads, even in the past, 5 years between the original game and this coming out, would probably be, the huge fuck no by, the UN, if they actually were known about. So, yeah, I think I might be totally wrong about that. But if I'm not, it's fucking interesting, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of nuclear warheads, you see that Russian meteor?
Superman.
Holy shit, dude.
The greatest thing I heard was that it was viral marketing by Warner Brothers for Superman.
Best viral marketing ever.
And,
dude, 1,000 people were injured because of their eardrums blew.
No
shit. Like
shit.
Yeah, dude, it blew out the windows and ruptured tires on cars and shit because the vibration was so intense. You saw the footage of it, right?
Yeah, it looked
it's
amazing.
Holy fucking god! It blurs out the sun because it's so bright.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That's amazing. But shockingly enough, all that light was actually from it burning up through the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of shit that burned up, and it actually did not kill anybody. It just really hurt a lot of people.
That sucks.
Yeah, dude, imagine just hearing that thing and it ruptures your eardrums because there's so much vibration in the sky. Yeah. Fuck.
So, yeah.
We're seeing live footage of it right now. We did it, guys. We finally did it.
We beat the only good Metal Gear Solid game.
I'm crossing my fingers as I only pray, so hopefully all the recording...
Having not completed 3.
All the recording and all the stuff we have done to lead up to Metal Gear Rising will actually be complete. You guys do actually see this before Rising, is up on this channel. Fish and birds. Everything's fantastic. But yeah... I still think Twin Snakes was great. I actually would like to go through the original PlayStation version again, maybe. Not on this channel, but just to see if my old nostalgic remembrance of it is better than this one.
Fucking mooses.
Because I still think that I like the PSX version a little bit more. Not for the reasons that people hate this game, which is funny. I don't actually dislike this game for what they did to the voices and stuff like that. It's just, I think some of the colors of the first game are a little bit better. That's big. That's mostly it. All the cutscenes, way the fuck better.
You can have your running all the way back to Tank Hangar 2
yeah,
for
the
sniper
gameplay
rifle and running back to the furnace and free.
Yeah,
you can have all that.
That
Fuck
shit. That shit is.
You can have non-aiming in first person. I will take it. I will take this one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
I'm not that much of a nostalgia whore that I'm I need it to be exactly this game. No improvement.
No improvement. Well, I don't think I sound like that, but
no improvement.
I do like the original PlayStation.
Well, it's the people are having it.
Well, you mean the guys that don't like this one for reasons that are
obvious. For dumb reasons. I don't like being able to have more control.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
It's the argument I always get in with fucking Mike about Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. He's like, the version's stupid. It's worse. I'm like, how is it worse? You have more control over how you aim. That breaks the game. I'm like, it makes it better. Better. You're arguing that being able to aim at the rate a person would aim is somehow worse.
Yeah.
Because when you hit R to aim in the game, you default aim right in front of you.
Yeah.
However, in the Wii one, you can have the cursor pointed up in the corner, and when you hit the aim button, it goes to where the cursor's pointed to. So it's it's like if you see something in real life, like in the corner of your eye, and you immediately pull your gun out.
Snatch up and put it up
to
there.
what you see, rather than let me pull out my gun, put it right in front of me. Now I'm going to slowly.
No, it's
pull
just
it up
it's
to
just
the...
bam, like right there. Yeah, it does offer a huge line, a huge amount of like controllability, and that actually leads me to a segue to what we were thinking of doing after this. And I was talking to you about it earlier. The next big game, because Revengeance is coming out, and the problem is because all this crazy crap happened, we wanted to play through another Metal Gear game before this one came out, but there was the issue with Metal Gear 4 and not being able to make videos, and then Metal Gear 2. We were going to play it and skip through all the cutscenes because Raiden is in that game and it's the introduction of Raiden. So we're like, okay, we'll do Metal Gear 2, but then this shit happened and we never actually got to properly finish this one. And I was very adamant of like, we gotta finish it. For like the past 2 weeks, we gotta fucking do it. So, yeah, we did it, but now we are within like a few days of freaking Rising about to come out, so we're just gonna start playing Rising, and we're gonna get into it and play the holy balls out of that.
It's okay though, because we're playing the good Metal Gear Solid games.
Oh, we played a really good one.
Playing Vengeance.
What I was gonna say is that the next game that comes out after this that I'm really excited for, I do want to play Tomb Raider. We will play Tomb Raider when it comes out.
Tomb Raider.
We'll play Dude Raider with a chick. What we're gonna play after this, and the game that's coming out after that you've played and I haven't because it was on a handheld, is Resident Evil Revelations.
Hell
Doesn't allow
yeah.
yourself
I
to
feel like that's
gain
in fucking
faith.
May, dude.
It's in May. It's got some time. It's got 3 months, but it's also good that it's got 3 months because it gives us a lot of time to go through a lot of games. Gives us enough time to go through Resident Evil Remake,
Isn't important.
Resident Evil 2 N64,
Important thing is
Resident Evil
that
3
you
probably on the
choose
Dreamcast,
Yeah, Dreamcast or game.
Resident Evil 4 Xbox Live, and then Resident Evil 5 on Xbox. We'll go through the entire Resident Evil series. Forget 6. We already did 6.
Except 5 is after Revelations, though, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not chronologically, but game release wise, we haven't done a playthrough of 5, and 5 is a great campaign co-op game.
We need to do 5 with that color correction.
Fox die should become activated.
Problem with that is that it's on PC and we can't do co-op.
Yeah, we can. We could do co-op.
We'll split screen.
Well, we could
I
do
recovered
PC to
all
PC or something.
Yeah,
Whatever.
we could.
Just record that. I want to fucking see that.
Yeah, there's a mod that you can do to
Remove the piss and ash filters.
Resident Evil 5 literally has a gray filter on it in the code of the game to actually take down the contrast, and people found out a way to remove the gray filter.
Yeah, and the game looks.
And
so
the game
much better
actually
without
looks
it.
vibrant. Not like ridiculously like Nights into Dreams vibrant, but things actually look good. Anyway, here's the important part to the story.
No, it's not because the story ended here.
The inferior one was Liquid. Snake was actually the genetic byproduct the whole time, and you still whooped his ass because you have no
Liquid
penis.
is the one who really had the penis in the balls.
Yes, that's why.
That's why Naomi's whatever.
That's
Fuck
why.
this.
That's why.
Fuck
it's
this
named-
whole train of thought.
It is pretty shitty, right?
Stupid.
So, like,
Story ended here.
The problem is with that.
Metal Gear went off to a cabin in the woods in Alaska and fucked Meryl brainless.
Metal Gear did.
That is the ending. And
Brainless.
Ocelot kept surveillance on her and masturbated with binoculars standing out in the woods. up on a hill in the trees going, yeah, that's right. Touch that wire and he'll blow all over you.
With Liquid's arm.
With Liquid.
Mr. President.
Leopard!
That's it.
I got leopard.
You got Leopard.
Leopard.
We've done it, guys.
Fuck you all.
Metal Gear is over, so stay tuned.
Metal Gear's over.
Rising is coming very soon, along with Tomb Raider when it comes out, and even before that, we're going to start hitting up Resident Evil. Take care, guys. See you later.